Yes, I'm very proud manager of my boys and the whole stuff because obviously the week was not the easiest week in terms of concentration and focus because yeah, we in the first 3 or 4 days we were just concentrated on celebrating and just returned back to professional football training. Yeah, to be honest, just on Friday, and then normally it's not enough if you face such a good and also highly motivated side like Bristol, who is sitting also in the top six and need each and every point, and it's highly motivated and is on a really good run. I was a bit worried before the game, but I shouldn't be worried because my lads showed again that they can focus and showed their winning mentality even under these circumstances to deliver such a performance where we didn't allow one chance for the opponent during the whole game. We scored four fantastic goals. Should have scored way more if I'm really honest. I think it was again one of the best performances during the whole season. This under this circumstances. So yeah, I'm pretty proud manager, and we were so motivated also to finish the season in style because we know that we have created already the best home record in the history of Leeds United, but we wanted also to finish this final home game with a top performance and top result, and I'm pretty proud that we were able to deliver again.
Just on the game, Dan, and the selection that you went for an unchanged side today, was that like a reward for what happened last time, or was it because you felt that this could be a difficult opposition tonight?
Few reasons. First, definitely a reward. Second, then also we had more or less a week also to recover. Then the third reason, players who were a topic for the starting lineup: Joe Roswell, Pascal Stoik, Daniel James still not available. Also Isaac Schmidt had sadly some knee problems this morning, wasn't able to be in the squad. And of course, we played one of the, or at the moment, definitely one of the best sides in this league. And yes, we want also like a bit the icing on the cake, and also, if somehow possible, also to win the league. And for that, we took it serious and wanted to win this game, and didn't want to give any gifts away, and want to stay professional till the last day. I know we have achieved our big goal already, and we have already played the best season in the history of this club. But yeah, it's also a bit like what we're all about. We are a bit greedy, if I'm honest, but we want to extend the point tally, we want to extend the amount of goals, the goal difference, and yeah, this was also a bit documented with the starting lineup.
Dan, that atmosphere tonight, and your name's been sung twice by the crowd, where does that rank in the moments for you as a manager?
If I'm honest, normally I'm not struggling that much, but today, even before the game, it was not that easy to stay fully focused. It was quite emotional, I have to say. I'm used to an unbelievable atmosphere at Ellen Road, but you know, in this moment, when you walk in and you hear this noise, and you can sense and how much it means to the people, and you watch in the eyes of someone, and you just see the pure joy and proudness. It was very very special, and then you think also like why I signed the contract nearly 2 years ago, because I found a club who was divided, and there was a big gap between the supporters and the playing squad, and one of my main objectives was also like to reunite the club and to create and rebuild a new group where the supporters can identify with, and they value this, and they have something to cheer about. And when you come into the stadium and feel this atmosphere and how united this club is again, supporters, staff, players, then it was a pretty emotional and proud moment. I was used, of course, to this white wall, normally with the white scarves. Today, a bit special with the yellow scarves. Yeah, seems to be a bit like a story of my life. I've worked in Dortmund anyhow, I have a yellow wall there. I worked in Norwich. I have to say, yeah, this atmosphere was way better than. I want to be respectful to my former clubs, but this atmosphere today was second to none. And yeah, it was also before and during the game a few emotional moments, but thank God at least the players stayed focused and yeah, concentrate on the job.
Dan, you said it's been a difficult week because there's been a lot of talk about yourself. So, do you need reassurances?
Now, for me personally, it was Not difficult. It was just difficult because we had so much celebration and enjoyed it so much, and the players were, of course, until Friday not focused on the next game anyhow. So we had just 3 days to prepare. Thank God it was enough in order to deliver another perfect performance. I'm a very happy man, so no one has to be worried about myself. So I spoke in the press conference and I've said everything what I had to say. I'm just enjoying this moment and feel pretty proud that what we've done over the last 2 years, if I'm honest, and together with all the people behind the scenes who are so important and help to rebuild this group and help to also like have clear principles, the values, how we want to work, the principles, how we want to play, what we want to stand for as Leeds United. I'm pretty proud that it comes together in this way and we can still deliver like this. So for that, it was a pretty proud week, to be honest.
Finally, for me, Daniel, if you win the title now, you get 100 points. The way you play tonight, you get it with 100 goals. How important would it be as manager of this club in the Premier League to take that momentum into
to be honest, we should have been 100 goals only after this game. And if you would add also the wrongly disallowed goals during the season, we would be easily there. But that's a different topic. So, no, there were a few tasks 2 years ago. I spoke about to reunite the group and obviously also like we were also a bit under financial pressure due to the financial fair play situation. We need to create values and to improve players, that we were also able to have some proper transfer fees. It was always clear that we would also lose some of our key players due to this fact. It was also important for us to develop players like Archie Gray and even what we did with Chris Somerville and Georgie Rutter, and also a player like Glenn Kamara. So from the financial point of view, it was important to give this club a solid basement again, and then also to make sure that in terms of playing philosophy, the values we want to stand for, that we create something really special and don't want to be like a flag in the wind. And then obviously it's still a big ask to get out of this league and bring this club back to where it belongs. It's a heavy shirt, and this is one of the reasons. Again, we spoke about this just 2 times in the last 35 years. This club is promoted back to the Premier League, and at the moment this club belongs to the Premier League, and thank God we are back where we belong. But it's also a fact that in the last 22, 23 years, we just have spent 3 years in the top flight of English football. One really good season after promotion with Marcelo, yes, and then 2 years of struggling. At the moment, we are not allowed to label ourselves as an established Premier League side. And this is more or less the next step. It will be a huge step. You just have to have a look at the results the other newly promoted sides have delivered in the recent years. So it will be a huge task also to make out of this club a club who comes back for good and stays there and becomes really a big topic in England again. But this is our next task. And but not tonight. We are not worried about this tonight. Tonight is just a night of pure joy and being proud of this, and also to value what we have achieved. And then a few more steps will follow. But I have to say the first steps that we've taken all together were already quite important in order to come closer to this big final goal.
I'm conscious we've got a lot more people tonight than normal. If we can just keep it to one each, start with Graham, please.
Can I just get your thoughts on Largie's cameo tonight?
Yes, thank God he delivered what he has shown already in glimpses, especially in the beginning of the season, that he can deliver end products. And last games when he came on was a bit unlucky sometimes and perhaps not that tidy anyhow. Was perhaps also a perfect moment for him to come in, because the game was won and the atmosphere was excited. He's also a mood player. He needs also to be in a good mood, and he has stepped up in training in the last weeks. I had a good feeling that he would reward himself also with some hopefully then also proper scenes to finish the season for him. I think also to take this momentum in the finishing steps of the season is quite important, because the last weeks and months were not easy for him. After his injury, he found it difficult to come back into this team, and when he was on the pitch, it was perhaps not always a perfect performance. Today is good because he's a brilliant lad, and he deserves today also a big boost for his confidence.
Aaron?
Salmon Jr. out of contract this summer. Was that their last appearance at Ellen Road, Foden, how important was it for you to give them that chance to say goodbye tonight, if that was it?
No, it was not a goodbye tonight. Tonight was just about like we wanted to win this game, and then also in the final stages was also important for me then to involve especially the players who played a really crucial part during the season. Not like to do something perhaps with a player who was not so much involved anyhow. That was the reason then that my last substitution was also Sam Byram, and Junior after this season he deserves all the applause and all the plaudits anyhow. It's right now not up to speak about the future or the future squad or the Premier League right now. Right now it's just like to enjoy the moment, and there will be the time when we will speak and have also decisions about this, but today was just a focus on the game.
Daniel, close with your backroom staff towards the end. Just a word on them and how vital they've been for you this season.
Yes, football is nowadays not a one-man show anymore. You need top stuff anyhow, and without them, I would be nothing. That's definitely a fact. I hope to lead them and also hope to bring my quality in, but one of the key factors why we are successful is that the quality of my staff members is on a top level. Each and everyone in this role, assistant coach Eddie Riemer, Christopher John, my second assistant coach who was responsible for the analyzing, Christo Mogala, the head of performance who combines more or less everyone, our physios, our sports science. But not just these, so everyone who also works since many years. I'm pretty picky also who I want to work with, and believe me, everyone who works here for this club at the moment is on the top level. Otherwise, I would have made a change in the last year. So I'm pretty fortunate and blessed that I have a top quality squad, but also in terms of human beings, really top human beings. And without them, I would be nothing, and I'm pretty grateful.
Stuart?
Daniel, with the pictures of the revamped stadium today and the atmosphere today, how much does that just increase your excitement about what's possible at this club in the long term?
I'm honest, I have not seen the pictures today. Someone mentioned it before. I will check it later on after hopefully pretty soon a shower, and I'm a bit better condition right now than right now. But if I'm honest, know a bit about the plans, of course, yes, and I know how it could look like, but I haven't seen the pictures today because I was too focused on the game. But I didn't need to see the pictures in order to smell and to feel how much potential this club has, because we have one of the best fan bases, if not the best in the whole country, and what a massive club Leeds United is with the tradition and what we have achieved in the history, and Elland Road, this stadium full of memories and history and all the big managers and players in the past. So I'm fully aware of what this club can be. At the moment we making the right steps in order to achieve this, but believe me, we're also still far away from thinking, okay, we are right now already fighting for Europe. Right now it's more or less, come on, we have to make sure that we stay in this league, and it will be a tough task anyway.
Sorry, I said Martin, but either.
Daniel, on the last day of the season, I think 2 teams can win the title, 5 teams can get to the playoffs, 5 teams can get relegated. How hard, relentless, and enthralling is the championship?
Yes, the Premier League is the best league in the world, and the Championship is the toughest league in the world. That's definitely for sure. And pretty fortunate to win promotion. No promotion is so hard earned like in the Championship. Just 2 teams go there with automatic promotion out of a league with 24 teams. Just from the math means there's no league in the world where it's more complicated anyhow. And so many teams are fighting for this, and so many big clubs with a big history. We are pretty fortunate today. To celebrate promotion. It's also crazy somehow that 2 teams are there on 97 points, and Burnley would also definitely deserve to win the title with 97 points. They're playing an outstanding season. We are playing the best season in the history of our club, and we're still not confirmed as the title winner. Of course, it would be the icing on the cake, and we would value this and like this. And I mentioned before in the interview, normally I'm also used to have some silverware on the open bus parade. So don't want to have the feeling how it would be without silverware somehow. So of course we are highly motivated to win the title, but the main objective is already achieved, and we can all be pretty proud.
Mark?
don't want to be disrespectful to my former clubs, and even sometimes little efforts and promotion of my first promotion of first title I won was in the fourth tier in Germany. It was also like a huge step for this club and life changing for some of the people, and it would be disrespectful if I would say, okay, it was not that important. Of course, Leeds United is a sleeping giant. This is a big name in Germany. This club has an unbelievable reputation. We have, believe me, right now also many supporters in Germany right now, not just the traditional one, but everyone follows also what the German coaches, managers is doing there. It's of course also a huge night, and then to experience this special night is really something extraordinary. But I don't want to throw the success in the past or special nights in the past too much away, but you can be sure that this is a pretty proud night also for myself.
Daniel, congratulations. How excited are you about the challenge though going forward, about the prospect of establishing this club in the Premier League?
Excited is the wrong word, because I was excited once I signed the contract, but I also know how difficult it is to be successful, and that was even from the first hour of after I signed the contract already concentrated and focused in order to build a squad, to give the right messages, to be there with the right decisions. And it's not like, okay, I'm thinking about right now, okay, great stadiums and great opponents and great managers and great players will come. Too much about me as a person. It's more or less like, how can we make sure as a newly promoted side that we are competitive, and I know that also there are some difficult and also tough decisions to take in order to achieve this, and for that it's also sometimes even not easy. I have to decide, or we have to decide about contracts and something like this, who we want to bring in, who will be part of this, and for that I already have in my head also a plan what is important in order to achieve this, but it also comes along with some tough decisions. I know it has to be made, and for that I'm also fully aware that a long road and a difficult road is also ahead of us, but of course to play with this club back in the best league of the world is something that is pretty promising, and also why I signed the contract here.